Can you all see my screen now? Can you all see my screen now, right?
Yes, please.
So please, any questions based on what we've done so far? Nothing, right?
Nothing from my own end.
So we thank God, and which we believe that we are all on the same page. So now, Alhamdulillah, so we've done a lot of things, and we are done with the installations, and which we hope that no one has. So now this is how you do. So and once you've done your installation is done once, and that's all. The only thing that can make you to reconfigure your installation is only when you are changing your laptop or you are changing your device. But that's all, and that's final. You don't need to download Flutter package again. The only thing that you just need is just update. Automatically once there's update, you will be alerted and then you will just update. It's either to your Android Studio, that's the IDE that you are using. It will alert you to that place or to your Visual Studio Code. So you don't need to download any file again. Any app, so you can use that file that you've created, that you've downloaded. You can use as many. You can use it to create as many as possible, even 1 million apps with that. So that's all. Not that if you want to create another app that you have to download another file again. No, no. So that file is sufficient for everything that you want to do. But which I told you, please, before you run your updates, because this is a package and this is a file, and they are updating always. And there are some things the updating that they are doing. It's either they are adding more features or they are updating something that they are. And now, even the updates that they are doing now, it's even affecting the your codes, because this is frameworks. There are some things that they will be using initially, and then they will change again, right? That they will change. They will change. It means that you have to change everything. But the sweetest thing about the text editor that you are using, which I told you that that's the best, is because of the customizations. Now you don't need, if there's any error, there's autocomplete, there's error detection. We have a lot of things that will ease your work, man, without even anything. So automatically, once there's any update, your Flutter or any of your frameworks that you are using, they will alert you that there's update, and automatically it will override what you have done initially. But the advice that I will give is that always read documentation of any update before you update, because it might affect your app that you are creating, right? So now we are done with that. So today we are going to dive into what they call app bar. App bar. So what they mean by app bar is, so in mostly 99% of any app of apps that we are using out there, they have app bar. So let me see if we can let me see if I can search for app bar here. App bar, for us to for me to check to tell you the how it looks like. Hope you are seeing my screen.
Yes, please.
So this is what they call app bar. You can see this thing that you are seeing here. I think let even use this to create to do our project today. Let me click on this. It's loading. Open now. Aha, this is what they call app bar. Let me see if I can zoom it. Uh-huh. Aha, see this thing that you are seeing here. This is what they call app bar. Can you see that? So this is the same thing that we did under our web yesterday. Okay, let me accept this person that is trying to log in. So this is what they call the app bar. The same thing that we did yesterday. It's almost all the apps, any apps. So you always see this. You always see this. So this is our navigation button that you click for the hamburger that will pop out the menu option, right? So after you've clicked on it, that you see some drop downs, and this is your title page, right? And this all this they call them action button. So depending on what you are creating, you see some. This is where you see the, like let me say, depending on the UI. So you see some, they will use this place to be like, if you are developing an e-commerce website, you see your carts, you see some will use it as your profile. That is where you can see your profile, your login details, yeah, everything that or your image that has something like that, depending on what you are creating. But let's just create something similar like this as our first project that we are creating today. I told you the sweetest thing about frameworks again is let me cancel all this. I just use this to explain what app bar is. So this is what they call app bar. Can you see that? All these they are called app bar, app bar, app bar. So now the sweetest thing about frameworks is that you don't need like you just need to master a component once, or they call them widgets. So everything that you are doing they call them widgets, everything, right? Anything that you are doing they call them what, widget. So like let's say your button, your container, your images, almost everything that you use, that as how we've learned under our web, that they call them plugins. So under frameworks it is just more of like widgets. So all what you just need to know is how to develop or how to master that widget, and then just incorporate it into your program or your development. That's all. Unlike you coding everything else, although it is still more of like coding, but that coding it's already predefined. The only thing that will just make change, it will determine your creativity. It's how you can twist things. So that if you now have a background knowledge under programming, that's where it now aid you a lot. So it will help you a lot, and so that's where you will be able to what to change a lot of things and to add more features. And so you own your code. You can twist. They have already, it's just like a built-in command that they've already created for you. So you are now to want to know how to manipulate it and then use it as your with your creativity skills, right? So now that's what is just happening. You just have to follow the instructions. That's all. Nothing. So the only thing that you just make sure that you are sharpening at some edge is just how your creativity can be more okay and to more robust, right? So the only thing that will sell you out is your creativity. Likewise, Web 2, they are already there for you. The only thing that will make you to have, well, to make difference, it's how you can design. So that's why you specialize more on design aspect than anything. But that's the first thing that will impress people, right? So now let's go back to our VS Code. This is our VS Code. Okay, this is even where we stopped last week, right? So I've shown you. So we've run a demo. Let's try to run again. If I should click on this, okay, this is where we even stop. If I should click on this, and who can tell me what is the command to run? Let me.
Control Shift P.
No, to run your app. If you want to use command, is what?
Flutter on.
Thank you, Flutter run. After when you click your Flutter run, it will list all the devices that you have. But I told you for like to make our work to be more faster. So let's just use browser option. So now you can select one if you want to use your Windows, your Chrome, your Edge. So me, I've selected two. So that's for Chrome. So now it keep on loading. Let's see what we have. So let's see what we have. So now, although if you want to do any project, both any project that you see, what you need first is to know what you want to code. This is where most people get it wrong, and this is where your development used to be at like should I say that used to waste time. Is because you don't know what you are doing. So that's why in any programming language is that you have there, the first thing that they will ask you to run is your flowchart. That is how you want to design. So it is this thing that will guide you on how you can develop. So please, it is a bad practice for you to just be developing without you having any direction. It will waste your time, right? So just make sure. So that's why there's no how. It's either you have two things. It's either you learn UI UX with your skills, that's user interface or user experience, or you have someone that will design it for you and then you now implement. That's just it. Please don't just start coding without you having interface. Like now, like what I've shown you about the app bar. At least you have seen one interface. You have seen a design that you want to do, that you want to design. Then, so we just go about it. Hope that's clear now. Are we clear with that? So you have to have a design before. So that's even the first thing to even need, that you need to solve your skills. So you have to have what you are designing. So that this one has finished loading. So now So that's all. So this just what we just with one we want. So this is what we did last week. We've run the demo and I have cancelled it, right? And this is the same thing like please sorry, I will try to be relating it with our web so that so now you see now as this one is carrying cam seed, it is the same thing. Now I want you now to now view this now. This cam seed that you are seeing, this camp that you are seeing now that it has changed to sort of Flutter demo. Also, that's what we run last. This Flutter demo that you are seeing is still it is the name of the app that will be shown after when you've launched. But you can change it, which I will show you later on how to do that. This icon, please, what is it called on the web? I've told you this.
Graph tag.
Graph tag.
Wait.
No. Graph tag is what they call graph tag is. Although it is this one that will lead to the graph tag, but graph tag is not only associated to this your header, this thing. So graph tag it is just the image that will show if you want to share something, right? You see now that I share Microsoft Google Meet link, and you see now that automatically the Google Meet icon showed up, right? So that's what they call the graph tag. But this one, what it detects
Site
it,
icon.
what
Site icon.
a site icon that's under CMS.
Fav icon.
A what?
Fav icon.
Thank you. That's the name. That's what I want to hear. So it's called favicon. But under CMS, we call it site icon. But under web, like under coding, we call it favicon. You see this favicon now, it is because we are running it on web. That's why you are seeing it like this. This one that you are seeing now, that is the same thing with your site icon, the one that you used to show. So it is what you will see on your development app, right? That is, after when you've installed, the image that will show on the list of your app that you installed is this. I will show you on how to change it. Don't worry. That if you want to, so you will see how people used to change it to their icon. That after when you've installed WhatsApp software, that you now see WhatsApp software. So just know now that this is the default icon for Flutter, and this is what will show after when you've installed. So, but if you now want to change it to your own icon, don't worry. We will show you later on as we develop. So now, what I have to do now, I have minimized this now, and then I will close this. So now this is what we've done. Let me first explain this. You see this one that you are running here now. This one that you are seeing. This is the first command that you will run. So void main. This is just the entrance of your app, and this my app is the name, the default name that you want to give your app. So now if I should change this app now to, let's say that I want to create, let me say camseed. If I change to camseed now, you will see automatically it is detecting it as red. This is one of the sweetest things about all these third-party text editor, because once you have error, it will always show you the error. Now I'm saying, so you can even hover your mouse on it and show you why it's wrong. Say it isn't a class, which I will tell you later on why. But let's just use this one to explain this your run app. If I should go back to my app, right? If I click on this widget test, see this my app must go along with this what is inside this, right? If I should change this one to let's say camseed now, if I should change this one now to back to what, to camseed, how do I even spell this? Camseed. You can see now that it's not seeing it. It's saying what, 2. It means that, see, because everything that you are seeing now, everything that you are seeing, you will always see more of like import. Import is just more of like a module that has already been created for you, right? Inside but anytime you need it, that's when you just bring it into your what, into or your app. Like how I explained that plugins under our web, that anything that you want to the features that you want to add to your project, you just install the plugins and add it up, right? So now likewise this one too, always make sure that the name, like this one, always correspond with this, but the default name given to this one is called my app. Is that clear now? So now this material dot dat is the first, you always see this one a lot. This is a package, a module that is created for Flutter package. That is, before you can start using Flutter package, you have to import this. You also see that one too automatically, right? Then you write this your class, right? This your class. So why it is not changing? Why it is not changing? Because now this one is my app, right? And I change it to CamSeed. If I say CamSeed, that you are seeing red, CamSeed. Now let's now change this one to the class name called CamSeed. If I say CamSeed, you see now that it's not showing red again. And I change this one to CamSeed. You see that the error has gone, right? But if I now go, since I told you that the name that you have given to this has to be this one too. If I change one to what? CamSeed, you see now that the error now is fine now. Please, have you seen the default value that you have to do? The name you have given your app. So that's why most people, as how you name your app, that you create your folder, right? Which I told you under web, that you have to create your folder first, the name of what you are. If you are creating a school website, name the folder after your. Likewise this one, let's assume that I'm creating a CamSeed app, so I've changed this one to my CamSeed and this one too to what, to my CamSeed. Hope that's clear now. Any questions please before I proceed? Any questions please? No questions? So fine, so let's go back. Where is it? So now you see this one. This one, I told you that this is sweetest thing about what's the name? Frameworks. In frameworks, you don't need to memorize. They are already designed for you. Unlike coding that you have to create, you have to, the pure coding that you have to start typing everything. We have two types of widgets. I told that everything that you are interacting with, they call them widgets. Everything, all the components, your button, your navigation, your menu, your image, your section, your footer, all the components that you can think of, all the things that you can think of, any design that you can think of, they call them what, widgets. So we have two types. We have stateless widgets and we have what we call stateful widgets. If you want something that will be permanent, which we also learned under our HTML later on, there's something that we call semantic element. That's the element that you want them to, because you can use all of the elements to create another element. Like now you can change your h1 tag. You can change it. You know the h1 is the biggest, right? But you can change it to be the smallest by using CSS. You say that you have redefined the function, right? So that's the same thing that is happening here. So the semantic element is that you now using the actual element for actual purpose. Now if you are creating for a navigation, if you are to use nav element, it means that what you are using the element semantically. Even if someone is to read it, that person will know that, okay, this is a nav. Unlike you using a div class to create nav. I told that you can use any element to create another element. You now using each tag semantically as the name inside without using any other one. So that's all the same thing. So the stateless element is just more of like widget. Sorry, the stateless widget is just more of like widget that if you want to reuse later on, right? What the stateful one is one that you'll be stagnant, that it can be. Now you'll be interacting with screens, that you click on something, as how we have it under web, that if you click on something that another page will open. Likewise under your software, it is just more of like a screen. So now the changing of screen, anything that can be reused later on, that can change later on, is what they call stateless. while the stateful is the one that will maintain its stand and without changing anything. So now to do that, I told you that you don't need to memorize. If you want to create a stateful class or stateless way, for like stateless, you can just write the shortcode STL like this. So once you've clicked this, automatically you see that something will pop out for you. You see, we have stateless, you have stateful. If I click on stateless, you see that it has popped out for me. The component, the module has popped out for me. And now this is where you now name. Let's assume now that I want to create a button. I'll just create button. I'll just rename. That's all. Please, any questions? And if I want to create stateful, I'll go to write this still the same thing, STL, and then it will pop out again. I'll just create stateful. And then I will rename this. So, and once you've renamed one, automatically all others will change. Now, if I should rename this one, if I should cancel this now and name it button, you see that automatically all the other DC2 will also change, will be alerted, and that they will change. Please, are we getting it, please? Please, are we getting it? So fine. So now let's go back now. So let's go back to what we want to create. We will still explain this more later on. This one that we've created, and this is the output. It is just more of like this one that you are seeing. It is just more of like the title I want to give my app after when it has been launched. But today we want to create what they call app bar. The first thing that you have to do now is that, now please just follow instruction. It's very, very easy. Under material app, the material app, it is just a default widget. I told that everything that you see, the recording widget, it is just
Are you recording?
Yes, I'm recording. So it is
So,
okay.
can I,
Okay.
so, that's my app already.
Yeah.
That's my app that we changed.
Okay.
That's the name of the site, yes?
That's the name. Yeah. That's the name. Oh no, that's the name that you are giving your Flutter package. The app.
Let me,
You know, no, it is just like you following, so that let's assume now that you are the type that used to run multiple projects. As how I told you under web that you should name your folder according to what you are creating. You cannot be creating a school website and now name it hotel. It will convince you, right? That's why you have to just create. You just make sure that you name it as the name of what you are creating. If you are creating, like, let's say that someone is giving you a project that creates a payroll, or let's say create like more of like a chat application called Camsit Chat. So the first, what I would just advise you, after, if you want to use Flutter or any of the frameworks, because they always have the same thing, just change this your app this thing to what the name of that, which I will tell you later on how to write variables. You will see now that this one, it doesn't have space. So if you are creating a function in programming, you make sure that they don't have space. And if you want them to have space, that's why we have different techniques. You have what we call camel casing, snake case. You have so which I will share you the materials later on to read later. But that's what will come later on in our upcoming classes. But now let's go back to this. So now we want to create app bar. The first thing, after when you've seen this, right? I want to continue by creating my app bar. So you can even delete all these ones if you don't want them. You can delete all these ones. Let me delete them. Okay, my mouse is not working. Let me delete this one, which I will later explain later on. Return app materials, which, okay, let me delete this. Something is saying, okay, let me cancel this, and what again? Okay, now fine. So now let's just start from this. Let me cast from material. Let me start from this. So now, if I should say material, if I say material, see as you are even typing, you'll see that a lot of things will be popping out for you, like for the autocomplete. That's why you don't need to be memorize things. The only thing that you just need, that you should just to be familiar with the widget. That's all. So that if you click on material app, and this is the app that is holding almost all default, that is holding almost all the widgets of Flutter. So now under this, see, if you open an app, the first thing you will see, they call it on-body screen. Let me show you one example now. If I click on this, if I should click on, like, I'm starting this one now. Like, if I want to open an app, like you have to open a this thing WhatsApp app, the first thing that will pop out is what they called on-body screen. Are we clear now? Now this one will show now. Now you will see that I'm on this app. If I should click on this my Google Chrome now, Google Chrome, yeah, please hope you can also see my screen.
Yes.
So if I should click on this Google Chrome now, the first page that will show before the Google page will open is what they call onboarding screen. You will see how it's been created in our upcoming class, please. Oh, I'm not using graphic system. That's why I see that this one is somehow slow now. Open now. I want to show you what it's called. But up there, you have all gotten it. I'm trying to click, but it is not clicking. What is this? But hope you have gotten what I mean with that on-body screen. Right? See, let me just close this so that it will just waste our time. Please, have you all gotten the on-body screen? Right?
Yes.
So fine. So fine.
Sorry,
Okay.
but onboarding screen, when you click on Google, typically where you mostly go to, if I recall, is the landing page, now, is it not?
Is what? If you what?
When you click on that Google icon, I think it's supposed to take you to the landing page.
No.
Am I wrong?
You've not gotten that thing. You see, before you see that landing page, a very short icon that will show in a like 2 seconds before the app will open. That's all. Like now, if you open WhatsApp, you first see WhatsApp image before you see the main WhatsApp.
Oh, okay, the flash screen. Okay.
The flash screen, and then so they also call this flash screen, right? Hope you are clear now. So that's what they call flash screen or what, or onboarding screen, onboarding. So you always create for all app, have it at the back of your mind. That's even supposed to be our first project, but because this one is complex, there's something that I have to explain before that. What we call asset image. So that's why. So maybe that will be our next project that we create. Well, that's even the first thing that you have to create. That is the onboarding before you will now start developing the main. Even in any UI UX that you are designing, that's the first screen that you have to create before any other. So now, after that, the page that you will see under web, it's called landing page, but under software, it's called home page, right? So this home page. Now, if I want now at the initial screen, man, you have to create what? Just type home. You see that it's even widget. You see home, right? So you see that app bar that you are seeing, app bar that we are creating. That format, that thing that is holding it is called scaffold. Scaffold can have a lot of things inside too also, like how material app too can have. You see, material app and scaffold, they are almost the same thing. They are just like a tree widget that contains a lot of things under them. Like now, for the scaffold now, you can have your navigation, you can have your floating icon, you can have what we call snack bar, which I'll also show you later on. But after this material app, that is after when someone has logged in, under my home, I want you to show what we call scaffold. So as you are typing, you will even see that it will auto-complete for you, scaffold, and then you will not choose the one. So you always see two things. You see this one, it is the file itself, but this one with parentheses, it is the function itself, and that's the widget itself. You always choose the one. If you want just only the text, that's when you click on this. But if you want the function, the widget itself, that's why you click the one with this parentheses. Are we clear? Because I want to create something inside it, I want to import the thing under it. So now to understand more on any widget, you can just hover your screen on it.
Yeah.
You see, it will pop out all the things that you can do with it.
Yeah.
You said? Someone is asking a question? Okay, you will over
I think
your so
he forgot to mute.
okay. You said
I think he forgot to mute
okay,
himself.
okay, okay. So now to study any of the widgets, so or what you can do under them, you can just over your mouse on it and you see a lot of things inside. But we want to create what we call app bar, and I told you that app bar is under scaffold, right? So now under app bar, I will create what app bar. You will first bring in the widget, then you will now create another app bar again, app bar again, app bar. As you are typing, you see you now bring the one without with the function. Then this now it now starts becoming sweeter. The first thing I showed you, I'm coming. Let him browse again. Let him browse this again so that we will use what. Where's my browser? Sorry, let me browse this again. Let me browse so that we just have something to app bar. Let's say app bar, right? So that we have something to explain. Aha, image. Aha, you see this one. Let me. You see this one that you are seeing here now. This one that you are seeing, this page title now. Under Flutter is called title. If I say title, right? Then since it is text that you want to make as your title, you now put a text widget. Also, I told that everything that you are importing is called text. That's a text. As you are typing, right, you will see it will pop out for you. And then in all programming languages, if you want to put a text, you use what they call string, and that string can be in one quote or double quote. If I say I'm creating cam seed now, if I say cam seed, right? If I say cam seed, let's say cam seed bit. What is spelling, man? ID, right? I say bits. So now you see there. This is what I'm trying to explain now. You can see that this one is showing like more of like there's something that there's something that needs to be done. I told you. So now under any frameworks, mostly or let's say 99% of the frameworks, once you have something like this, it means that they want you to there's a feature that is not complete. That's why frameworks is more easier than the normal coding, that you will just have to import it instead of view. That's the suggestion. So that if you now over your mouse on it and say quick fix, automatically it means that there's this thing that you have to add called what we call constants. Because mostly, why do we use constant? If I in mostly all the frameworks, in mostly all the frameworks, almost even is it almost all the frameworks that I've used, mostly almost all, you always see this const. Even the new JavaScript that we have now, we have const. And what they mean by const is something that you don't want to change later on. You want it to be automatically nothing to change later on, no matter how you, because there are some things that you will be working on later on that later you say that you want to change, or it will override. But this one, since the title is like that, no matter how any text that you are using on later on, as far the title is concerned, this one should maintain the name. It should not change. It should not override. It's just more of like web. If you are styling for H1, automatically, if you don't add class to it, automatically it will style all the H1 for you, right? But after when it's still the same thing, something like this too. Once you've added your const value, it means that thing should not change. It should be there for life. So that if I should save it, and or you don't need to save if you have done your auto save. Now we have run our app before. See, now I told you that you don't need to be typing flutter run again, flutter run. What you just need to do is that there's something that we call reload, and we call alt reload, right? To we have alt reload and we have alt restart. The reload is just more of like you refreshing what you've done, the changes that you've made. You just write, if you want the alt reload, the small one, the just initial, just the only changes that you've made, you just type R red, right? Sorry, small letter red. Why the capital letter R is what restarting automatically to restart everything. It means that it will restart your app back to the initial stage. That's from the onboarding. If you are the type that But this reload, it will just within the screen that you are, instead of this to start all over. Hope that's clear. Okay, my app is showing red. It seems that something is wrong, and what is wrong here is semicolon. You see now, nowadays semicolon is one of the things that used to give headaches to developers. But with the help of the frameworks we have and the web and with the help of the text editors we have, you don't need that again. I'll just come here. You just put. You see, if you over your mouse on it, it will even suggest to you that expected to find semicolon. You just put it back. Boom. You see that our error has gone, and then you save it back. And if I should come back this and to preview, and I should restart it, you see that this one has changed what to CamSeed. Can you see that? Any case, so now, but you are creating for our what? For our app bar. Let it finish reloading. You see how, let me make it, let me make it like this. So now, I've made my text. Let me reload again. Let me reload. It's not reflecting. Reload. I hope I've saved. Please, any questions so far, please? You see now, my CamSeed is outputted now. It's output now. Please, any question, please, before I proceed. Do we all get this? Do we all get this right? So fine. So now let's go. So now you see there's something that we call this one. Now let me go back to our page again. Where is it, man? This one. You see this one that you are seeing here. This our hamburger. Under software, mobile development, they call them leading icons. So now to import this one should come, but let us make it to look real. But this color now, or let's say that it will come later on. But let's just continue developing. This one is called leading icon. So if I now should come to this now, it should be on top of your, and you have to arrange your widget according to how they are displayed. Since my leading icon is supposed to come before my title page, so which means I have to go on top of my what title, right? Then I'll not say leading like this. LE. Now it's a widget now. Then after this, we are to import icon, because since it is icon, you can just type on icon. You see that icon 2 is also what? A widget. I told that anything that you are importing is called a widget, right? If I say icon now, so you see that it has even said that quick fix, that because icon, there are some things, we have different types of icons, right? For this thing, for our Flutter, the default icons, the one that is managing all the icons, they call them what? Material app, right? While for I've explained this in our previous class. While for Linux is called Cupertino, right? So that's why if you come to your pub spec YAML, that's what they call. So you see Cupertino icons, you see it automatically it is there, right? So while for this one it's called material design, material design for this thing. So now this it has a lot of things inside, a lot of material apps. So now, but if you want an external app like the font Awesome, the icon S8, we have different, the free pics, a lot of these external images. That's where you will now do what we call assets, which will come later on. You see this asset here. This asset is you importing something out there. But let's still go back to our development. And so now under my icon, what you have to do now, but since this one, it is something that we will click, and then a drop down menu will come. So now that one, they now call it icon button. can just come down and say icon button, because it is something that will be clicked, right? You have even seen unpressed. That is, when someone has pressed this, something should happen, right? I'm coming. Let me cancel this one since we don't need it for now. So let's just make it like this. This is what you do after when you want and unpress something to work, or let's even just cancel it. We don't need it for now. Let's even cancel it now, so that, but it's not complete sure, but let's just cancel it for now. So now this is my icon. Now under this my icon, there's a default icon package that is inside your this thing called, you can even over your mouse on this, it's called icon sacks. If you over your mouse on this now, you see that it is, see now these are things that it is required for you to add to this. You see that this unpress is very, very important, because it is something that once you've clicked on it, it should open something else, right? That's the menu, right? So now under this icon now, let's say that I want, there's something called icon sacks, right? Or you can just say icon, or don't even let me use this one for you. Let's just use our normal icon. Let's say icon again. I say icon, no, I say icon, I say yes, then I call icons dots. Okay. Something is wrong here. What's there? Icon is not recognized, so it will, okay, it's supposed to be capital letter. I think it's supposed to be capital letter, because you almost all your this is used to be capital letter. Sorry, icon like this. Icon. Then into this, and I say what? Icon. Except they have changed their this thing again. Oh, icons. Hey, hope they've not. Yes, that's it. So now let's say now this one now is called what? It's called menu. This one, right? It's called menu icon, right? But if you say icons like this, if you say icons, if you put dot, you see a lot of things that you can put inside. You see now a lot, millions account. Can you see that? What you just need to do is just for you to search the icon that you are looking for. Now since I want to have for menu, I'll just go menu like this, MENU, menu, right? So you see now it needs what? It needs a constant value, because it is very important. You can just over your mouse on it and then scroll down and hit quick fix. I'm coming, quick fix, and then add cost value and then save. Can you see that? If I should come back here and just reload it again and go back to this my app and see what will happen. Please, are we getting it? Can you see that now? That it's even, once I've over my mouse on it, it's showing that at least something that if I should click on it now, it will, what? It's something that is clickable. Can you see that? But we add what will be what will pop out. Can you see it? Please, any questions so far, please? Any questions so far? Please ask a question. Oh, hey, 15 minutes more. Any question? We have to cover this before. Let me see. Is someone asked the question? And yesterday's class also. Are you recording this? Okay, yeah. I'm recording. Please, sorry. Yesterday's class too will be uploaded today, please. Any questions so far? Please just follow instruction. I told you this is a framework. Just follow. That's all. Then go back to our. Now we want to create this one now. Where is it? Let me go back to my app bar. We want to create this one. These ones they call them action icons. Any icon that you add after it, they call them action. What you have to do is that after this your comma, you just come down, even just tell A. As you click A, you see a lot of things there, right? So now under the action, this thing, I want to import another thing again. So you can see, let's say it's still icon. You can still just come down here. I copied the same thing what you've copied from this your icon button here now. From this your icon button, you can still just say icon button because it's still icon that you want to just follow the normal prayer icon button. Can you see that? Then what happened? This my unpressed, right? Let me put this thing here, and then this one that is something that I'll put later on that it should go to in. Then this my icon, I'll make it capital letter, right? Then what again? In sorry, what is this? In what? What's happened to my mouse? Then go back here. Then in what? In parentheses, right? Then icon again, icons dot sorry, capital letter. That's capital letter. I told you icons dot. Let's say now this one. Let's go back to this. Let's say this one is love, or yes, let's say this love, right? Or art. After when I click on dot, sorry. After when I've clicked on dot, you see a lot of things supposed to pop out. Let's say heart. Just search. I told you that anything that you see, you will just search for it, right? Let's say art, or is it art? So now let's say art broken. Now it's showing red. What's happening? I think I have mistakenly deleted one. Okay, I think I've mistakenly deleted this. I've mistakenly. Oh, something is wrong. Let me cover this. Okay, I have deleted this. Sorry, I've mistakenly deleted. So it always tell you the error, and then you just do that. And this one, something is wrong too. Also, oh my God, this one expected. Okay, there's another one that I've mistakenly deleted. I think this. Right, this one again. What again? There's another one again. Hey. It's everything is working perfectly now. So you see, please, are you getting it? Hey, any questions so far, please? So if I should come down here now, and I reload, and I go back, and I show preview what I've done, you see that art icon will display here now. Art icon will display. Yeah, show now, show. Art icon is not displaying. Why is it not displaying? Because why? Because the background color. Because I chose the art icon, it is not black in the default. So now this is now my assignment now. My assignment is that how can you make it to be visible? Who can tell me that? Please go and research how you can make this one to be visible. There's something that you just add to it that you see that it will be visible here, but it's somewhere around here, right? So, but let me just give you as an assignment so that you also try to research on your own. But let me just explain. Let's just add you one more thing so that it will. Let's make this one to look more like Abba. My assignment is go and make sure that all these three icons, where is it? All these three icons they show. But now, if I should add, let me add a background image color like this so that you get to understand. Then you just go and do the rest and add. So you can even add like an account, like someone's image that it should be like someone has logged in. So if after when you've done this, let me put comma to this so that it will break my this thing down. If I put comma and save, and this one too, let me put comma, then save so that it will break down. So under this my action, so that if you want to add as many as actions, this one you just duplicate this one. This is your icon button. You just duplicate it under it again. Copy, just paste. Now this is your icon button. Now you just put it under this one. Just put icon again, put again. So that's how you duplicate. But if I want to add my background color now, like I want to add this thing so that it will look exactly like this one that I'm seeing. On that, after when you've added your actions, a lot of icons that you want to add, then under it you now add what they call background color. Let's say background. Just type background color. So now let's say you now put colors. That's the name of the widget. Let's say colors dot let's say blue, because I love blue. You see, as you are typing, it will even bring it out for you. Let's say blue. Now if I should save it now, and I should go back and I should refresh, sorry, with R, just go back to it, type R, and I should go back to this now, sorry, and I go back to this, you see that it will change to normal icon, sorry, normal app bar. Please, any questions? You see now that it is looking normally now, right? Can you see that now? So if I want to make this one to be at the center, for example, under our web, it is called what? Text align. But under this one, it's called what we call center title. Just say center, right? What man? Well, it's called center title. Then you now change it to true. Just change the value to true, and then save it. And if I should come back again and refresh it and go back to this, you see that it will what? It will as can you see how I'm manipulating it? So my assignment, please, after I've added this icon, and now this icon now, how can you make it to be visible so that it will show here? Now, this is what you just have to do now. You just have to duplicate this now. Let me duplicate this. Let me duplicate this for you. Just copy this. What's this? Let me cancel this. Let me duplicate, copy, and then under it, under this one, I should just what? Paste, right? Let me change these icons to let me say accounts. Let me say to account dot, let's say account, let's say profile, so that it should be like their profile, right? Let's say profile. Yeah, now complete. So now I'll say this one to my constant value. I don't want to give you answer, but I will later give you expo. Just come down this const, and this one, let me change this one to this. My profile is not showing. Yeah, now icons dot let's say, what can we choose? Let's say profile. Is it profile? Or let's say person, or let's say power. Let's say yeah, profile. There's not okay. So we don't have profile here. Or let's say avatar. It means that I have to, let's say avatar. Do you have avatar? We don't have avatar here too. So let's say bell. Then that's for the notification. This is not complete again. No. It means that don't worry. I will show you next week on how to use external this thing. Let's say bell, or let's say notification. Let's say notification, NOTI. Let's say notification here. Let's use this one. Then I'll ask my const value, and I const value and save it, and I should go back to this. I should reload it, and then I will go back to this. I think our class will end now. Any question, please? Any question? We have how many what? So now let's preview what we've done. How many minutes do you have left? We have 5 minutes, okay? Let's preview what we've done. Can you see that now? That it has been added. Can you see our arts? Right? So now this debug that you are seeing, there's a way we used to remove it. This should be your assignment also. Go and search for how to remove this debug title. That is so that it will be there. So there's something that there's a one simple code that you just add. So now you see now that I've added my what's the name? See my my icon, or let me even make it bold. See my icon here, that this is my bell. But how can you remove this so that it will not there? Please go and search for it. It's very, very simple, and that's your assignment. And if you get it, it will show that yes, you have really done my assignment. Please, any questions? Our time is up. Hope you enjoyed this class. Any questions? So now these are all anything that you are seeing, any of the this thing that you are seeing, any of the app that you are seeing. This is the secret that you are if you are using frameworks. So they call them app bar, and this is how they create them. So the next thing that you are going to create is what they call snack bar. That is app drawer. After when I've clicked on this, you see that something will pop out, right? Okay, someone is asking question. Oh yeah, Mrs. Habiba, because our time is almost up. Please ask a question, please. Someone is raising her hand, right?
Yes. Please unmute and ask your question.
Please ask a question, please, because you have just 3 minutes. All what you just need now, just watch it and just practice. Just follow the instruction. That's all. That's all. Okay. Please ask your question, please. Oh, please. So our time is up. If you can't ask, please, you can type. You can type your questions. Okay, no one.
I think she's she's talking, only that we couldn't hear her.
So I can't hear her. Please, you can type it if you can hear us, please.
Just like you said, I think many people are not asking questions because the class actually need us to go back, watch over and over again, then practice. So I believe everyone will do that, inshallah.
So please just follow instruction. That's the sweetest thing about frameworks, right? They have already created the component for you. Your own just to import and just know how to. So that's why in frameworks you still have to code. So it's just more. It is not like our web that you just drag, you just go and keep it, just drop, right? This one it is still more like drag and drop, but now it is now in coding format. That it's it's inbuilt something that they've already created for you. Your own it's just to import into your project. That's all. Just master that one and that's all. Believe me, if you practice this app bar before next week, you must have mastered it a lot and a lot. So now that's how they create app bar. The only thing that you just need now is it's how to customize more. So please, I want different background. I want different text. So my assignment, this text should change to white, and this one to change to just different styles. Please, let's have different styles. Research more and browse more and see how you can add more features. I told you that if you just want to see how it's being used, you can just hover your mouse on it. Just hover your mouse on anything that you want to learn more. So it will automatically load out and you can even easily read what you can use it. You see now, if I should hover my mouse on my icon button, it will tell you all everything that you can use, anything that you can add to it. So that's how it's been done. So I think with the access of this, I think our time is up. And thank you, and we see you next week, right? Make sure you practice, and our app will be launched next tomorrow by God's grace, inshallah. So thank you for your support and thank you for everything. See you next week, and happy coding and happy practicing. Wadan, bye bye.